Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review on 90 Day Fiancé, Season 6, Episode 1, Eric and Leida. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews, thank you so much for your continued support. I am going to do things a little different tonight. As you all know, YouTube has been having problems with live feeds, so I will not be able to open up the telephone lines. But what I want to do is just share a few of my thoughts and give you, the viewer, an opportunity to put your comments down below on what you think about these characters. So what we're going to be doing is introducing just a couple of the characters to you this week. And I am hoping that you all will be able to see behind me the television as we get introduced to each one of the couples. Again, our first couple that we're going to be meeting tonight is Eric and Leida. And so let me try to get started now, okay? Let's hit play.
I'm Eric. I'm 40 years old. I live in Baraboo, Wisconsin. I'm an avionics technician and supervisor. I'm a former U.S. Marine. I served for 9 years, and I love America.
I love America.
I was married previously for 20 years, and we got divorced in 2016.
Okay.
I have 3 wonderful daughters. Taniela is 21, Natasha is 19, and Jenica is 11. Being a father is the toughest job there is. Am I the best at it? No. But I do my damnedest. After my divorce, I dated several women here in America. Morning.
Have a seat right there.
Thank you. They did not work out. And I had pretty much come to the conclusion that the universe wanted me single.
Getting the usual?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I was thinking about finding my way to Turkey or Syria and volunteering to fight ISIS, but I decided to try my hand one last time.
Enjoy.
Thank you. So I posted an ad in an international website. I said, divorced male in America, looking to start over in life.
We'll see you tomorrow.
With somebody who wanted to come to the United States and share a life with me here. And one of the first to respond to my ad was Leida. Leida said, I'm a teacher from Jakarta, Indonesia. And I've been a model and an actress. I was 5th runner-up Miss Indonesia 2009.
This bitch been
I was
everything.
med school graduate. I mean, right from the start. I'm like, come on. No way.
Okay, that is enough of an introduction to our boy Eric and his girl Leida. Now, here's the thing, you all. Okay, let me pop that off. Boop. Okay. I just wanted him to introduce himself, and we will be trying to do that for the next couple of episodes. If I need to move up closer, I'll come back and look at the comments and see whether or not I need to move up closer for you all. But Eric, as we all know, is an old man who loves America. He put an ad out there that I would never have clicked on. Basically, he says, I'm an old ass has-been, and I am looking for a woman who wants to come to the United States. That's all the criteria. That's all the qualifications. That's all I need. And so he gets this woman who has done everything, been everywhere, spoiled rotten, according to her, which many of you, by the way, have questioned. And he is basically in love with her, according to him, and she has a 5-year-old child. Now, Leida has been a model. She's been an actress. She has her medical degree. I mean, what hasn't she done? And so, when he saw that, she responded to his ad, he was like, oh, come on now, BS and baloney, BS and baloney. And I would have thought the same thing. Now, as we went on further on into the episode, we begin to see the bottom fall out. Now, he said that he wanted to go to Turkey and he wanted to fight ISIS. But instead of him doing up, because the universe had told him that they wanted him to be single. All the flowers, the trees, the birds, and the bees, everything in the universe said, you need to be single. But he defied the odds and went out on the site and met this woman from Indonesia. For me, I'm just saying, you know what? That's sign number one that things are just not going to work out right. If I believe that the universe has said for me to be, that the best thing for me, auntie, is to be single, then damn it, I'm going to be single. Because at the end of the day, if I believe in the universe, zodiac signs, and all of that kind of crap, then I absolutely have to respect that. And know in my mind that I have to prepare myself to be by myself for the rest of my life. But this is not what he decided to do. So we see him talking with her on the phone, and then they start to introduce who Leida is. Leida is walking around in her home and giving us a tour. She allegedly has chefs. She has a driver. She has someone, I guess, that does the laundry, and so on and so forth. We look at her house and we see that there's a lot of clothes and a lot of mannequins, clothes mannequins there. So a lot of you all had asked the question on whether or not this was indeed her home or was this a clothing studio. Well, I'm sure that we will be able to find that out later on, but we're going to go ahead and move past that. But I did not want to act like I didn't see it either. Okay, so basically, I don't know if she's one of those materialistic girls or what she is. We see her talking to him, Eric, over the phone, and Eric, his little son, in the background, and he says, I told you you're going to have to work with him on his bedtime. Didn't you just say that you didn't get the Father of the Year award? Didn't you just say that you were not the best father? But you trying to father her 5-year-old child? Bye, Eric. Sit that ass down. But anyway, so basically, she is saying that she's excited to come to America, but she wants to be spoiled. She loves the way that her family spoils her. And so, we're all thinking in our minds. I know at least I'm thinking in mine. The hell would she want to come over here if she is already living in the lap of luxury? She has everything that she needs. What is her motive? What is the motivating factor that is causing Leida to want to leave the lap of luxury and come over here and live with Eric in a 2-bedroom apartment that he shares with his daughter, Natasha? Now, we discovered, on Sunday when we all watched this, or whatever day you watched it, we all discovered that Natasha has a problem with it. Natasha has a problem with her father making a decision to put her ass out in order to come, in order to bring this woman over here with her 5-year-old son. Now, as I read the comments, we all sway different ways. Please make sure in the chat that you begin a dialogue about this, because I will be taking that dialogue that you all are going back and forth in the chat with and doing something with it a little later. So make sure that you continue your dialogue about Eric and Leida, hashtag Eric and Leida, so that we know, how you feel about this. Now, I'm going to play both sides of the coin. Okay, Leida is 19 years old. She is a grown woman. He is already paying child support. He has Leida living in the house. He's doing her a favor because maybe Leida has not lived her best life. Maybe, she is a rebel without a cause or a rebel with a cause. Maybe she just does not want to get on her feet. And this is Eric's way of pushing Leida out of the nest. Natasha out of the nest. Natasha sits down on the porch with her father and basically tells him, she's not my stepmother. It is hard for me to find an apartment. I am not making that much money, and that is why we're living together. Now, as we know, Eric already has a daughter who's 21 years old, but it appears that the 21-year-old daughter lives with her mother. Now, I had asked a question before. I am totally not sure why Natasha is not living with the mother. I think that the story goes much deeper than what we have already seen. And I am hoping that TLC took the opportunity to film that so we can get all up in that business, okay? Because I definitely want to know what the hell is going on with Natasha. So basically, if you look at it from one end, you're looking and saying, okay, daddy has carried you as long as he can carry you. And now he is an older man. He's a seasoned man, and it is time for daddy to live his own life outside of Natasha. He has gotten tired of taking care of Natasha. He doesn't want to be bothered with her anymore. And, basically he wants to just push that little birdie out of the nest. Now, the other way of looking at this is that basically Eric is a deadbeat daddy. He's a daddy who wasn't involved in his children's life. And when he does get involved with his children's life, he could be possibly doing it so that he can negate the fact, okay, not pay child support. She's 19 years old, so if he is paying any child support on her, it would probably be arrears. But maybe he is just this deadbeat father who doesn't care anything about his daughter and has made a decision that he doesn't want her to live with him anymore because he wants to live his life and he's tired of Natasha. Maybe Natasha is one of those bad kind of girls. She's just the type of girl who just won't do right to save her damn life. Maybe that is who and what she is. And maybe he's already told her previously that she needed to move out the house. Now, I don't know, what kind of father would do something like this, okay? Because we're on the other side of the spectrum now. We're playing devil advocate, all right? So basically, he's told Natasha, I'm ready to get my freak on, and I need you to move the hell out the house. When we saw Eric sit down with his daughter, he had already made a statement to her and said, Natasha, you knew that this was coming. Now, I didn't know whether or not she knew that this was coming in the past several weeks or whether or not she knew that this was coming in the last year. But maybe, he's just that kind of dad that said, you know what, fuck it. I don't have to take care of her anymore. I want to do my thing and I want to push her out. Whatever side of the spectrum you stand on, I am very interested in seeing this story play out. We see Natasha is one of those type of girls who was very outspoken of telling her father how she felt about it. I don't know why Eric would even pursue this, knowing that Natasha is still in the household. I believe that as a responsible parent, he basically should have told Leida to come over at another time once he had the apartment straightened so that he would not cause any confusion or ruckus in his home. We see him later on meet his ex-wife at the restaurant, okay? He meets her at the restaurant with the 21-year-old and the other child who is a minor. Mama San is sitting there because basically he wants to have a discussion with her about Leida coming over and wants to gauge how she feels about it. She really doesn't have an opinion about it because she really doesn't know her. So she's saying, okay, well, you tell me, about her. You tell me how you feel about her. Give me some information about her so that I can have an opinion. But the first thing that he says is that she doesn't like you because I have to pay you child support. Now, I don't know if the child support was ordered by the courts because maybe the mother, tried to get on the system. I don't know if the child support was something that they both agreed to in their divorce decree. I don't know how the child support issue came up. But right now, it is. He makes a statement and says, even if it wasn't voluntary, even if I didn't volunteer to pay the child support, I would pay it because that's my child. But yet, on the other side of the spectrum, Eric, you're putting your other daughter out of the house in order for you in order for Leida and her son to come over. How can a daddy abandon, allegedly or seemingly, abandon his daughter and take care of somebody else's child? How? How does he wrap that around his mind? What is the rationale behind him making that kind of decision? This girl doesn't even know what she's getting into. She's a rich girl. He appears to be a nasty, dirty, stank old man. We see in the upcoming episodes, in some of the clips, that basically he a nasty ass and the house is looking a little bit trifling. So we now have to say in our minds, what's the real story? Now this season, I don't really want to be looking at spoilers. I don't want spoilers. I don't need spoilers. I want to follow this episode out, this whole entire season out blind. Blind. I don't want to know any spoilers. I would like to see this whole story play out the way that TLC has done it. Last season, there was so many spoilers and Auntie was getting so much information that it really made the season very hard to get through and very hard to digest. Not only for me, but for you, my nieces and my nephews who are subscribed to this channel. So this time we really want to see it play out. I have already been reached out to with pictures of Jonathan and Fernanda already being married. Someone dropped it in my Facebook page. For all of you all who are on my Facebook, you've already seen it. Someone dropped a picture in my Facebook page and made allegations that John and Fernanda, that they're already married, that he married her allegedly at 19, but he started dating her when she was 17. This individual who dropped these allegations in my box said that they could not understand why the parents allowed this American man, this older 28-year-old man to date their 17-year-old daughter. Why are you dropping those allegations in my box? Can we get through the season? The first damn episode and you're already dropping the tea in your auntie's box. And it's alleged tea. Now, there were some pictures of her dressed in a beautiful, straight, mermaid-fitting wedding dress. She had a bouquet of flowers in her hand. He was dipping. He had a nice little blue suit on. So maybe they are married. But at this point, your auntie just wants to enjoy the show at face value. Whatever they present to me, that is what I want to be able to see. I don't give a rat's ass if they married or not. But this individual person had a problem with the family who they alleged allowed this to happen. Now, I don't know if these allegations are true or not, but any information that you may have on John and Leida, I don't want to know it up front. or any of the couples. I just want to be able to enjoy the show the way that it is presented. Okay? Seriously, I just want to enjoy the show. So anyway, we see him, trying to make accommodations for this woman and her child while throwing his other daughter out on the street. And the thing about it, it's not going to be an easy feat for Natasha, because Natasha just doesn't look like the type who got it going on right now. She looks like she is the type that really needs her father. The other girls, like I said, they're with their mother. The mother sits at the table and says, you know what, I don't understand why she has a problem with the child support. Why is that even an issue? Isn't the bitch rich? Now everybody's question, the question that is on everybody's tongue, the ex-wife's tongue, the daughter's tongue, my tongue, and your tongue, is if this girl is so rich, why is she moving here? Why does she even have to be with him? Why couldn't he do the 90-day reverse and take his ass over there? Is it because he loves America so much? Or is it because there's a motivating factor that is causing her to pick up everything and to come over here? What will she gain from being here in the United States? Why is she attracted to a man who already has 3 daughters, an ex-wife of 20 years, decided that he wanted to go and fight ISIS, changed his mind because he compared fighting ISIS to a dating app? 2 total different worlds that will never come together. This is the comparison that he made. He also indicated that when he was away for the 9 years serving in the military, that he and his wife were able to get along. But when he came back, she couldn't live with his ass. So after the next 9 years were complete hell for the both of them. But they sure did have some kids though, didn't they? They ain't had no problem with that bump and grind up in that mofo, okay? So it's going to be very interesting to watch Eric and Leida's story. Because I really do believe that this season I have noticed that TLC has quite a few couples who have children. And I really do believe that sometimes the children are basically, I think children are off limits. I even hate to talk about children. Now, Natasha, we're going to have to talk about Natasha because she look like she going to be off the hizzle for shizzle my nizzle, okay? She look like she going to be one to be, you know what I'm saying, one to be looking at, one that's going to bring us some drama. But I don't think that TLC should be going down this lane, but they already have, and so we here for it. So I'm going to put my glasses on so that I can see, whether or not you all have any questions or anything that you would like for me to read. She wants to be a U.S. actress, famous is what Shandy D, a.k.a. Lil Miss Young. Girl, if your damn username ain't long as hell, golly, your name is long. Girl, let me go back and read that. Girl, that was a damn novel I just read. Shandy D, a.k.a. Little Miss Young. Girl, you better go in. That long ass name, okay? Girl, shorten that up a little bit, okay? Because that's a tongue, you know what I'm saying? That's a tongue twister for your auntie, okay? Now, this storyline is fake, and she moved her to the U.S. to get international TV time. Why watch if you know what's going to happen already? I agree with that. He's a horrible dad. This is Alexandra Sadell. She said he's a horrible dad. First making his kid pay half the bills and then asking her to move out. How disgusting. And you know what, Alexandra, a lot of people have felt that way. And I have seen it in the comment section that a lot of people have felt like, why? Frank Rizio 890 says, I think her family might be giving her a hard time. You need to go to the U.S. So she took the first one as a way to get back at them. I don't know about all of that, but maybe. I don't know why her family would be forcing her out to the United States. GDGMPV says, I don't like Eric. If I had a boyfriend and found out that he wants to kick his daughter out of the house, even if it was for me, that is not the kind of person that I will like by my side. I absolutely agree with you because I'm a mother. And so as a mother, this is something that I would have to be dealing with delicately. There's no way in the world that I can throw my precious daughter out of the house, especially if I'm financially helping her. But the first clue that there is something wrong with this mofo is the fact, as the other person said, that he is causing, asking his daughter to pay half on everything. And I know that some people, kind of, were, challenged me on that. And I just want to bring clarity to that. I do believe that children should have responsibilities. I could have sworn I said that in my other email, but in my other video, but maybe I didn't. So let me make it clear. I do believe that it is our responsibility to make sure that our children learn responsibilities, that we gently and lovingly guide them out of the nest. I also believe that when we are gently and delicately guiding them out of the nest, that we as parents have to take the responsibility to make sure that our kids are ready to be out of the nest. I don't believe that you want your child to fall out the nest and splatter on the ground and just totally self-destruct. I do believe that we have to do that as parents, but at the same time, I could see me teaching my child maybe to pay an electric bill. If they decide that they want to get a vehicle, paying the car note and making sure they keep up the maintenance of the car. Maybe paying their phone bill. But when it comes down to the mortgage, it comes down to the basic basic responsibilities that come along with adulting. I don't believe that that's something that I should be splitting with my child. Because if I'm splitting that with my child, then my child should be equally on the lease or equally on the mortgage. Anytime you're asking somebody to pay half and half on something, and then but your name is the only name on the lease, and you have the right to tell that person to vacate the property, then they have not gotten they are not getting what they've invested in. They're paying. It appears from him, based on what he said, that she is paying half of everything with him. So then why is he the boss and she's not? That's the danger of bringing your children in and saying, okay, you can pay half on this. No, hell no, you ain't paying half on this because you don't own nothing up in here. As a mom and as an adult, I want to be the one that, makes the decisions up in my household. And how can I make a decision in my household solely when I am not even the one that's paying all the bills of the house or the majority of the bills? He is paying half and half with his daughter. So how dare he make a decision like that, as if he's footing the whole bill? He's not footing the whole bill. Natasha is. And this is why we see Natasha talk to him not from the perspective of a daughter, but from the perspective of an equal. When Natasha was sitting out there on the balcony talking to her father and telling her father, this is your problem, not my problem, she is now taking on the role of a partner. I am your equal. I'm not your daughter. So basically, Natasha is saying, bitch, you're not going to tell me I'm going to move out the house. Bitch, I'm going to move out the house when I feel like moving out the house. And bitch, I'm not going to move out the way so that you can be with this woman. I'm not going to accommodate you, because now that she's playing everything 50-50 with her father, she now thinks that she's a damn grown-up and she's a partner. She's not a grown-up and she's not a partner. But because the father, with whatever kind of crap is going to come out on that ass, because there's going to be some stuff that come out on his ass, we're going to discover that Eric ain't wrapped all that tight. Now, now here's the thing. If you know anything about 90 Day Fiancé, you make a decision to go on this show, we already know it's just like, allegedly it's a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't winding no clock. Because we have been watching 90 Day Fiancé, at least I have, from day A, season 1, episode 1. I've been watching this. I'm not new to the game. I'm true to the game. Okay? And so I already know that there's something wrong with this mofo that TLC is going to slowly unwrap for our ass. And at the end of the season, we're going to be sitting up there with our jaws tight, sucking on whatever TLC give us to suck on. Trust and believe me. And I'm here for the sucking. Okay? I'm here for the sucking. So that is why I believe that she should not be paying half, because now she feels like she is her father's equal. And then the father, for him to say something about the child support. Why does she even know about the child support? Because his ass has already revealed to her that he broke. He's already revealed to her that he has his daughter paying half the bills. Now, he talks about this job that he has and that he's a supervisor and all of that kind of stuff. And, and so maybe he has the respect from his, subordinates, but not from his family, because he, by his own admission, has not been the best father. And a lot of times when we're not good parents to our children, we try to make up for the lack of being a great parent by giving them things and doing things. But he ain't giving Natasha a damn thing. Natasha say, look, I'm working half for mine. I got half. I got my half. You got yours. So I can't wait to see this story unfold. I cannot wait to see what is hidden up underneath all the covers and all the dirt that's going to be coming along with them. Like, I can't wait to see it. I'm very excited about this season of 90 Day Fiancé. Again, if you have any information on this particular couple, please don't drop it in my box. I don't want no spoilers this season. I want this thing to play out the way it is. So I'm going to put my glasses on and read a couple of more of your comments. Simone Moore said, he is awful. Simone, I know you feel like that, because I do too, but I'm trying to play devil advocate and say maybe there's something else that's going on with it. Chuck Wick Simmons says, this is Eric's retirement ticket. It's right here. Okay, so now I see that I have frozen. And so, you know what I'm going to do is continue to look and see if I can read some of y'all comments, because I believe that you can hear me. Now, see, these are the reasons why I don't have the live on so that I can take your phone calls, because YouTube is constantly having problems lately. And until they fix all these glitches, God damn it, this is just how it's going to be. They are putting all kinds of features on YouTube, and those features and everything that they're uploading is really causing a lot of glitches. I've watched other people's lives and they've frozen. People have been unable to upload videos. It's just been a mess. Ended Rosario says, Eric is broke, dirty, and a terrible father. How do you kick out your daughter who is paying half the rent and bills for a stranger and her kid? Absolutely. He doesn't even know if it's going to happen. Debbie Vogue says, I love when you read, Debbie Vogue, oh goodness, where did she go? Debbie Vogue, I love when you read the comments. Okay. Brandy said, he is dumb for real though. He's going to be asking Natasha back when the cash start running out. You damn right, because I don't believe that this girl is as wealthy as she alleges that she is. Queen Star My World says 101 people out of 246 people watching. Thank you. Hit that thumbs up button for Auntie. That's right. Y'all don't forget when you come into the room to hit the thumbs up button. I haven't been saying that lately because I just feel like, it's just so redundant. But when you come into the room, so that I know that you're here and YouTube does too, please hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. Please and thank you. Jacqueline Kariku. Sorry, when I saw his nasty house, I would have threw up and went back home. But you know what? You probably would have, but you know what? I think that there's something else to it. Shandy D, a.k.a. Oh, Lord Jesus, y'all. Here we go. We got to say her name together, y'all. Shandy D, a.k.a. Lil Miss Young said, I wonder if his ex-wife gets alimony as well. Maybe that's why he's so broke and he's just mentioning the child support so Leida won't be as mad. I believe he has, I believe that he has a motive for telling her this. I think that, maybe he probably wants some support from the family. I don't know what it is, but there is something that we're going to be finding out about him. And I think that we're going to find out that Eric is absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Frank says, Auntie's advice, I know something about them that's not really a spoiler. Is that okay? If you want to put it down in the comment section, Frank, absolutely feel free to do that. chat. Dejanay Andre says, once everything is split 50-50, you relinquish your parents' title to become a roommate. If the living situation is not ideal for Eric, the answer is simple. He should just move out. Absolutely. You better go ahead. You better go ahead. This is David and Annie's situation, sort of. I do agree with you on that, because one thing that I have been noticing is that, each couple seems to have some commonality. And the next couple that we're going to be talking about, to me, they're the new Molly and Louise 2.0. So right now, we're going to be ending this session and we'll be coming back. It seems like this is not going to unfreeze. I thank you all so much for being here, and please be patient with me doing this transition with YouTube. I love you all to pieces, and I'll be right back with our next couple.